You can step into my world, see the way I see it, no matter near or far. It is a sight worth seeing. Step into my world, see the way I see it. Rivah TV.
Rivah TV. Hi guys, I am back again. Okay, I listen. Not only did I have technical difficulties, I had to get myself together. Okay, I was running late. I was behind. I thought I had more time than I actually did. My makeup was taking a little bit because I try to come and be fresh for you guys, especially when we're gonna have like such an intricate conversation, and the time was just not working out. But I think this time is a little bit better because a lot of you guys are normally not ready for me to come on until this time anyway. So I had to restart my system. I had to get ready, but here we are. So I want to shout out to everybody who is currently viewing this conversation. Shout out to everybody who came in with the early check-in. I see True KD. He said, "What's up, River? What's up to you as well?" Kendra, always on his job. Okay, he is always on his job with the like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way in. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, what you waiting for? Okay, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button real quick. Matthew Howard said, "What up, though, River? What up, though?" Kashan, my bro, said, "Hey, everyone. Hello, Kashan." We have Kirk in the building saying, "Take your time." Thank you so much. I really appreciate that because I was, it took a while. Shadows Den said, "It's all good. Thank you so much for that." Kirk, always ready. I know you always ready, Kirk. Okay, you always ready. Bandit said, "Where you been?" Listen, okay, I'm a little late this evening. Please excuse my tardiness, people. Please excuse me. But I wanted to have this conversation. Okay. I really, excuse the burn on my arm, but I wanted to have this conversation with you guys because of so many different things. So if you guys don't understand, I'm just going to jump right into it. Okay. Again, don't forget to hit that like button. Let me go ahead and leave this up there just so you guys can remember. I'm going to tell you guys where this conversation is coming from. Okay. What is the inspiration behind, Rivah having this conversation? And if you don't know, there is a new song out right now by an artist named DVSN. I don't know if that's how it's said. I don't know if I'm just reading letters or if that's how, his name is actually said, in general. I have no idea. All I know is that his name is DVSN, and he has a song called If I Got Caught, right? So the song is called If I Got Caught, and it has been the cause for so much conversation. Okay, like so many people are having so many different conversations based off this song. You have the women saying, that whatever this man is saying in his conversation is wrong. You have the men saying whatever, that they're backing him up. But I wanted to give my perspective on this conversation because what happened was I was scrolling through Instagram last night, literally couldn't sleep, and I came across a conversation that was happening with is it Division? I think somebody said his name is said Division. Is it? Okay, well, DVSN, so I guess it's Division. Okay. So I came across a conversation. It was Queen Naija on the live stream. It was Division. It was Capella Gray, and it was Amaretta, who is a rapper. And they were all discussing Division's new song, If I Got Caught. And so I'm listening to the conversation that everyone is having, and I kind of was taken aback. But for those of you who do not know what the song is about, I obviously cannot play the song because of copyright issues. But what I can do, okay, in the meantime, in between time, is I can read you guys the lyrics to the song. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I wish I could have played the song. I cannot play the song, but what I am gonna do is I'm gonna read you guys the lyrics. So let me go ahead and begin. So in the song, he says, "You wouldn't want me if you thought I never had 3 or 4s. Okay, women like men, other women like. That's just something that everybody knows. Okay." Now he says, don't forget I was a fly N when you got here. Charismatic when you got here. You knew about me when you got here. Now you're tripping, girl. Is not fair. Okay. Just bear with me, guys, because I can't play the song. Bear with me and listen very keenly to the lyrics. Okay. Listen very keenly. So he says, don't forget I was a fly in when you got here, charismatic when you got here. You knew about me when you got here. Now you're tripping, girl. It's not fair. And you got my phone in your hands. Questions not again. Why do we do this when really the truth is, if I get caught cheating, that don't mean I don't love you. Okay? If I get caught cheating, that don't mean I don't love you. Guys, pay attention to these lyrics, okay? Um he says, you're not going to let one little, smash, for better words, mess everything up. Don't let one mistake take all this weight. Don't let one little smash mess it up. And then he says, would you rather be the girl that's crying in a Corolla or a foreign? So basically, in this in his lyrics, right? He's basically saying, if I leave you, right? Or if I'm cheating on you, if as a woman in a relationship with a man, if you find out that your man is cheating on you, you're not leaving him anyway, right? You're not really gonna do anything about it. You're gonna do the dramatics, you're gonna do the theatrics, but if we want to be real, you're not going anywhere, right? So he is boldly saying that in the song, and being that he's so boldly saying, like, oh, what you was gonna do if I'm leaving anyway? You're not gonna do nothing. Even if you did catch me cheating, so what? Are you leaving me? No. Being that he was saying that so boldly, a lot of women got in their feelings about the song, which leads me back to the beginning of how I saw the conversation that was going on yesterday. So, Queen Naija was trying to convince Division to denounce his own song and say that it's not a good song, right? Amaretta, who was a rapper, who said, she got popular like on Shade Room saying like, that this place is not Atlanta. That place is not Atlanta. I know you guys will probably know. If you know that song, then you'll know who I'm talking about. It got into a deeper conversation where she started saying that women are superior and women are, the most important creatures in the world, and women are the most important. Like it was like a whole conversation that I was like, I think that we need to add more context. A lot of women don't like this song because he's telling the truth. Not only is he telling the truth, he's telling their truth. Okay? A lot of women are very angry because how dare you expose my nature to myself? How dare you expose what I'm capable of in front of everybody else? How dare you? How dare you show people that I'm not leaving my man because this sisterhood is going to be mad at me because, he cheated. I'm supposed to step out. How dare you make a song and speak about the fact that I'm really not going anywhere, and you're going to make him call my bluff when I pack all my stuff, even though I'm going to unpack it at the end of the night and go lay back in the bed with him. That's why a lot of women are mad. If we're being honest. Okay? If we're going to keep it 100, if we're going to be authentic here. So in the beginning of his lyrics, when he says, women want men that other women want, I'm here just to have the conversation with you guys and give you guys the facts. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. He told no lies. I don't know why women are acting like, oh, what you mean? What you mean? I like my man quiet. I like my man, in the cut somewhere. I like my man, not too mixy. You're lying. You're lying. Okay? A lot of women, majority of women, when they are attracted to a man, their attraction is based off of, and this is going to sound crazy, but it's factual, it's not lies, is their attraction to this man is based off of the roster of women that he's had in the past or currently. I see this comment. It says, that's true, but that does not justify cheating. We're going to get there. Okay. Shadows down. We're going to get there. Trust me. This is a real big, this is a strong conversation we're going to have. We're going to talk about this for a while. we're gonna get to that part of the conversation. Right now, we're gonna break down all the lyrics. Okay, we're gonna break down all the lyrics. A lot of women look at the roster of women that you've had in the past, and that lets them know if, yeah, he's worth it. Oh yeah, he's about that. Oh yeah, he's worth my time, my effort. Yeah, he's worth me crying snot nose begging him to stay for, because women know, right? They know that that woman is more attractive than they are. That woman is like a hot girl. If they look at your roster and they see that all these women are attractive, they're going to feel good because they belong to this group of women that's attached to you. If we're keeping it 100, okay? We have to be honest. We got to be real. That's what a lot of women do. When they look and they see your exes and they see that they look pretty and stuff like that, 9 times out of 10, whether it's for a short time or for a long period of time, that woman is going to try to put more effort into her appearance because she realized this is not your first rodeo. Okay, she's not the hottest girl that you ever been with. You dated women who are as attractive or more attractive than she is. It's going to make her kind of step her game up. I'm just being real. Some women will see a guy and he will walk past them and they're not attracted to him, but as soon as either their friend or some other women are attracted to that guy, all of a sudden they're attracted to that guy too, because it's not based on their own merit. It's based on the group's decision. Oh, he's cool. Oh, now I like him too. Oh, you think he's attractive? Oh, I think he's attractive too. That's what a lot of women do. A lot of women do. We gonna, like I said, guys, we gonna work this thing. I'm not rushing the brush. I'm gonna take my time and have this conversation because I feel like it's a strong conversation that needs to be had. Okay. So not only is do a lot of women, not only is that part of his lyrics factual, right? When he's saying that women want men that other women want, it's not only factual when it comes to his roster, it is also true. It also rings true when it comes to his intimate experience. Let's be honest. Okay? If a guy has said to a woman, and I'm just exposing, okay? I'm just exposing the nature of women. I'm just letting y'all know what's really good. All right. I'm a woman. I've been in the group chat. Okay. Not now. I'm not in the sisterhood because I be telling people when they wrong and they don't like that. But I've been there. I've been in the group chats. I've been there with my friends telling me all this stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, y'all are nuts. Okay. The stuff that you guys express to me in these group chats are outrageous. But I'm just telling you guys. Okay. It is also linked to his intimate experience. The more women that a man has experienced psychologically to women, it makes them feel like he knows what he's doing. So they feel like they're getting a prize. It is the complete opposite of men and women, right? A man wants a woman that not many people have had. Okay. It makes him feel as though he is, empowered because only he is able to conquer and dominate this woman, right? Territorial, like a territorial mentality, which most men have by right. They're the ones putting up their resources. They're the ones that are going to be protecting you. They're the ones that are going to treat you like, a child in a sense by governing you. So it's a little bit different. They kind of like, they want to put their, what's that thing? They want to draw their line in the sand. They want to say, this is mine and all of y'all ain't had it. With women, it's a completely different outlook. It's a completely different outlook. With women, it's like, well, I know that he has experience because he done had a lot of women. So as much as that woman is like, oh, how many people you been with? Oh, you nasty. Somewhere in her mind, it's the complete opposite thought of what she's saying. She's saying, oh, you nasty. But in her mind, she's like, oh, hold up, wait. Because I can't be in the bed laying down like a dead fish now because Hold up, because he done had a whole bunch of, so he know he might have high expectations. Then you'll see the girl doing all type of, dips and tricks trying to impress you because she realized that your roster is pretty full. You've had a lot of women, you've had a lot of experience. It makes her feel, inferior. So now she's going to try harder. I'm just being honest with you guys. Okay? I'm just being honest with you guys. Completely different nature, completely different. So here's the problem, right? So we're talking about the fact that many women want the man that other women want. Okay? Based off of his roster, attraction, his intimate experiences. We're just keeping it 100. Okay? I'm just being real with you guys. The problem is there's a lot of women who get with this guy who is, I saw what Elsie said, he is a quote unquote player, right? He is privy to a lot of women. He's had a lot of women. He's had a lot of experience. He's, that guy, right? They get with that man. They start dating that man. And what is so strange is that women, for some reason, cannot wait to be comfortable in a relationship. They cannot wait. What do you mean by that, Rivah? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you. Yes, I love this comment by Isaiah Jr. Men dominate women. Men dominate, women get dominated. We're not the same. We're not the same. We're not the same. That's why when women be like, oh, I could do everything a man can do. Okay, but you're the taker. He's the giver. So you just gonna have everybody just all up, it's not the same thing. It's just genuinely not the same thing. Okay, anyway, moving on. The problem is that women can't wait to get comfortable. What do you mean by that? What I mean by that is women can't wait to be with a man for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Like they can't wait till they get to that point in the relationship. And this is just laziness. Okay. This is just laziness and being honest. They can't wait till they get to that point in the relationship when they don't have to try. They don't have to work out anymore because he done married me. He not going anywhere else. He's not going to cheat on me because he knows if he cheats on me, I'll leave him. He's not going to leave me. He's not going to do this. So I can't wait till I don't have to work out. I can't wait till I don't have to put myself together anymore. I can't wait until I don't have to wear as much makeup. I can't wait until, I don't have to wear sexy clothes to bed. Like a lot of women can't wait to get lazy in the relationship. They can't wait to get comfortable. Comfortable is just the word comfortable is just a disguise for the word lazy, right? I can't wait until the time starts to wear off so I can just wake up. I don't have to wake up before him and cook breakfast and clean, and I could just be who I really am in general. Just be honest. Just to be honest, a lot of women can't wait to get to that point. So being that a lot of women can't wait to get to that point, what happens is this: men, as long as they are intrigued by you, as long as they feel attracted to you, as long as they know that they can trust you, rely on you, and as long as they know that they are for lack of better words, just like sowing into good ground, right? Like they are doing things and they feel like they're reaping some kind of harvest in a relationship from you. Men are cool, right? As long as you maintain that same person that man met in the relationship, men are cool. They'll rock with you. They're not running. They're not the first to leave in relationships. They're not the first to, change or whatever. They're down. They're down to rock out with you. They're down to stay the same. They're down to be in the relationship with you. The problem is, right? This woman will get with this man who she knows had a large roster. Maybe in the dating phase, he had multiple women. Okay. She was one of many. She was not the only one in the dating, but she was cool with that because when she looked at his roster of women around her, of the people that he was also fooling with or talking to, she felt in her head, this is where I'm going to get competitive. This is where competition is going to step in. So if he chooses me and I deep down in myself feel like that person is prettier, that person is more fit, that person is this, and that person is that, these other women have maybe possibly better qualities or more qualities than I possess, but I'm the one that is the winner, that makes me better than them. This is how women think. This is how women think. So then a woman will prove herself, right? Knowing again, pay attention. Knowing that she was one of many, knowing that she was one of however many women in the roster, knowing that this man had options that were fly, okay? Knowing that there was a lot of women who were willing to do more, okay? Much more than this woman is genuinely willing to do, but she is, down for it. She's doing whatever she can. Like I said, she know about his intimate experience. She doing backflips, head spins, jumping off the fan. She's doing it all, okay, in hopes to win over this man. She would do all these things in the race to get the man. Once she gets the man, she, like I said just now, can't wait to get comfortable, gets lazy, and then all of a sudden she doesn't feel like this man is worth all the work that she was putting in the beginning. Okay? So all of a sudden, because time has passed, she done got used to this man. She knows the type of person that she's dealing with. She knows backflips. I said it, backflips. She knows the kind of man that she's dealing with. She knows, they just used to each other. They get kind of used to each other. Now it becomes, oh, you better not look elsewhere. You better not do this. But you're missing a very intricate part. Don't you know the nature of your man? Let's be real. A lot of women don't know the nature of men, period. But to take it a step further, a lot of them don't know the nature of their own man. They in it, but they don't know. They don't know what their man likes, doesn't like. They could not tell you. They couldn't tell you. They have no idea. They genuinely have no idea. Some of them knew in the beginning when it was the competition phase, when they had other women threatening their spot. That's when they knew what kind of man he was. Okay. That's when they saw how much value he had. But as soon as they get him and he decides that he wants to be, only with her and only in a relationship with her, then all of a sudden, I love this comment. Elsie said most don't care. They just want to win. Exactly. So all of a sudden, after they win, they're like, boy, stop. You so annoying. Why you talk so much? Why you this? Why you that? They start complaining. They start finding fault. They start finding issue with. They start finding problems in everything that you do. Oh, you so annoying. Oh, why don't you? Oh, stop doing that. Stop doing this. And I think it would be safe to say that maybe a lot of women only know how to operate and treat their man worthy when there's other women involved. What did you just say, Rivah? What did you just say? I'm going to tell you. A lot of women can only see the value and the worth of their man when there are other women involved, when there's competition involved. They don't want him until they go to the grocery store and the cashier is a little bit too friendly, giving him a little bit too many compliments, and then all of a sudden they want him again. That's my man, but you just say you didn't want him. But you didn't find value. You talk crap about him all the time. You talk down to him all the time. You disrespect him all the time. But all of a sudden, because there's other women involved, now he's valuable to you. I'm just keeping it real, guys. I'm just keeping it real. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you guys are watching the stream, and especially if you're enjoying it. But I gotta be real. Okay, I know people are gonna be mad. I know some people don't like when I have these conversations, but I'm just keeping it 100. Like, we have to be able to face reality and face truth. And that's why I feel like a lot of women don't like that song, which is the basis of the entire conversation, is because they don't like truth. And they don't like the fact that when men know the nature of women, but women don't know the nature of men. They don't like that because they want to be the ones that know more. No, we know more than men. We're better than men. And men are always like, oh, these women. Oh, these silly, silly women. They swear they know more than us. They swear they don't know what we thinking. They swear they don't. Got to tell the truth. Thank you so much, Jason, for the super chat. Thank you. Jason, is it Coddle? Is it Coddle? I don't want to say it wrong. Jason C, thank you so much for the super chat. It says, your femininity is pouring through my screen. It's so refreshing hearing the way that you speak every time I watch your content. Keep teaching, Queen. Thanks, brother. Thank you. I genuinely mean that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But a lot of women don't like the truth. I saw that comment that Kashan just put. They don't like the truth. They don't like the reality. So they run from it. Right? They run from the fact that like men know what women are capable of. They know their nature. They know their ebbs, their flows. They know when she's in this mood and that mood. They know all of it. Okay? They know it all. But when another woman is involved and is possibly threatening, because women are all big, bad, and bold when they're the ones who want to step out. Right? Like they're big, bad, and bold when they're the ones threatening to leave the relationship. I'll leave. I don't need you. I could leave anytime I want to. I could do better than you anyway. I don't need you. When the woman is doing the threats, she feels empowered. She feels strong, but she also feels good not only because of the words that she's saying, but because she's in control. She thinks because she thinks she's in control of that situation. So she's like, okay, I could do all it. I could do bad on my, I could do, it sounds good because she's saying it, but let that man say, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. You'll see her start breaking stuff, crying, snot nose. What you mean you leaving me? How could you? So when that other woman comes around, it is the equivalent of if the man says, I want to leave, especially don't let that woman be more fit than her. Okay? Don't let that woman be a little bit more prettier than her. Don't let that woman have a fashion sense. Don't let that woman have common sense. Don't let that woman be walking around in her true womanly essence and her femininity. Don't let that woman be doing that. Don't let that woman be acting grown. Because now she's really going to have a problem. But now she's going to try to listen to this. This is how insane it is. Now she is going to try to exude the qualities of that woman to then attract again her own man instead of just maintaining the same woman that she was in the beginning when that man was interested in her. Lauryn Hill said it best. It could all be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard. Really could all be so simple. You so worried about everybody else. You so worried about what she gonna do, the lady at the grocery store, this person, that person. You so worried about everybody else instead of being worried about the woman that this man fell in love with, and how did you let that person go in hopes of just being comfortable, aka lazy. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. And this is something that we talk about also. I wrote a couple of notes too because I didn't want to forget nothing I was gonna say. This is another thing. The woman's ego, right? And I talked about this on my last live stream. Okay. I talked about the ego the entire live stream last week that I did. The truth is, a woman will, okay, let's paint the whole story. Since I done started from the beginning, let's just paint the whole story. Okay. Let's paint the whole story. So this man had a roster of women. This is why I say this song is truthful. Okay. I don't see nothing wrong with the song. Because it's true. He know who the men who sing that song know who they talking to. Anyway, okay, let's start from the beginning. Boy meets girl. No. Boy meets girl. And he sees somebody, he holla at that. She look good or whatever the case is. Again, she realizes that she's one of, she's not the only. They in the talking phase or in the dating phase, and he's dating around, and she's with him. Maybe she do a little scrolling on his Instagram, looking on his tag posts, because that's what women do. If y'all didn't know, women be private investigators. She go look at his tag posts or whatever. She see his ex or whoever, and now she feels like, oh, I gotta try. I gotta prove that I'm gonna be the one that's the best fit, because this man is so valuable, obviously, because all these other women want him. He get girls because whether he has money or he's tall or he's fine or he's intelligent or he's handsome, whatever it is that causes him to be attractive to a lot of women. Then you get into you prove yourself, you overexert yourself, because maybe this girl is more prettier than you, maybe this girl is friendlier than you, maybe this girl is more fit than you, but you over accentuate qualities within yourself to be the winner. Okay? You over accentuate. So then you're the winner, quote unquote. Then you get the man. And then you in the relationship with the man. And because this man that is willing to put all these other women to the side and be with you, he's putting you to the forefront, not because you demanded it. Pay attention. Put a cliff note right there. Not because you demanded that you wanted to be the only one, but because he saw it fit that you should be the only one. That he wanted to take you serious. That he wanted to continue the relationship with you. So he does that. Okay? He does that, takes a relationship serious with you. Now you're in the race to get comfortable in said relationship that you was just fighting for this relationship. Now you in the relationship, you get comfortable. You don't see any other women around. Now you start to realize, well, do I like this guy? I don't even know if I like him. He annoying. He this, he that. Now you start complaining. You start nagging. You start going through all the drama, the problems. Now you start giving this man stress. Forgetting what your man is capable of. Not because he's not exercising his ability to deal with, talk to, or relate to multiple women does not mean he is not capable. Just because he is not exercising his ability to deal with or relate to multiple women does not mean that he is no longer capable of doing so. It doesn't mean that he's no longer capable of doing so. But you forgot that. Okay? So now you drive this man, up the wall, you nag him, curse at him, disrespect him, treat him bad, don't want to deal with him no more, don't want to put no work in now that y'all really in the thick of it and there's no other women who can be threatening your spot or your space within the relationship. You don't tell him he's attractive. I don't even know if you find him attractive. You don't spend quality time with him. You don't care about his needs anymore. You're not as caring as you used to be. You're not as kind as you used to be. You literally could care less. You literally could care less at this point. Now you start getting insecure. And what happens when you get insecure? Now you start saying, where you going? Who you going with? Because now the fact that you've changed, I got to keep it real. The fact that that you've changed, and now there's distance in between the two of you. Now he not looking at you the same. He not calling you no sweet names, sugar bear, ain't none of that no more. Now he's not looking to spend so much quality time with you. He's extremely he's just there. He's just there with you. Now when he gets a little extra boost and decides, I'm gonna go out with my friends, I'm gonna go out with my boys, or I'm gonna go do me. I'm tired of being in the house miserable with you. So I'm gonna go, out here and maybe just maybe possibly exercise my rights that you forgot that I have. Now you start being like, who you talking to? Who's that? Why you doing that? Where you going? Let me see your phone. Who's in your DM? Who's in your this? Who's in your that? Like you inside private eye. All of a sudden you want to be all up on this man and be, checking his phone and doing all these things. And if we're honest, guys, I told you, I know I'm gonna get the backlash for this video, but I don't care. I'm gonna tell the truth. If we're honest, a lot of y'all, ooh, this is gonna be so bad, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If we're honest, a lot of you women out there are the very reason that your man cheats. I said it. A lot of women out there are the reason that their man cheats. I don't know how else to say it. You know why? Because you had a man, you won, quote unquote, you won. You had this man who had the possibility of being with multiple women choose you. And then as soon as you got chosen, you start nagging, aggravating, arguing, disrespecting. You flip the whole script. And please pay attention to everything that I'm saying. The problem is you only know how to operate as a good woman when other good women are around you as your competition. Mm, mm, mm. You don't know how to be a good woman with a man who only wants you. You don't know how to. You know how to compete in the talking phase because it's not just you. You know how to compete in the dating phase because it's not just you. But when it's just you end up running him back out to the streets where he might possibly be cheating on you again. So then you have to compete again, and that's how you get it right. What's that Nicki Minaj sound? Did I lie? Did I lie? A lot of you only know how to be with your man if there's other women involved. Bottom line. No lies told, guys. There's literally no lies told. A man is, you competed, and in the competing phase, I have to say it again just in case people didn't understand what I was saying. You're competing in the dating phase and the talking phase, and he has other women. Right? You're good. Them other women are keeping you on point. Then you get into the relationship with the man and he chose you. But now there's no other women around. You start getting used to him. You start getting lackadaisical. You start getting lazy. Then you push him out with your behavior, with your attitude, with your disrespect, with your disgust, with your disdain for him. And now there's a possibility that there's other women going to be involved again. There's a possibility that he gonna cheat on you. There's a possibility that he might be talking to somebody in the phone. There's a possibility that he might be, meeting up with somebody at work. And so then, although you do a whole bunch of yelling, you try to get right on the back end because there's other women involved. Which means if we're going to just talk about just only the truth and we're going to just spread away everything else, just move the sand out the way. And we're just going to talk about the truth. That means that you only know how to operate effectively in a relationship with your man when there's other women involved. So when the lyrics of the song said, and I quote, let me what's the lyric saying? Basically, you're not going nowhere. Okay? If you catch me cheating, you're not going anywhere. Basically. What is the I want to find the lyrics, guys. I really want to know exactly what he says. I don't know what the thing says, but basically, you're not going nowhere. And you get mad because you know you're not going nowhere. You will yell, women will yell, scream, cry, drag themselves on the floor, pack up their stuff, mess up your stuff, throw your stuff out in the street on the lawn. They will hang up on a what did Carisha says she does? She hung up on the hood of the car one time. Okay, they will do all that stuff after they find out that you cheated, and they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. They're not. So y'all mad at him about his song because he's exposing your truth. That's why you're mad. Because you know it's true. That's why you're mad. Toxic. 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 Bottom line. Bottom line. I want to read this comment right here. I think I saw it. Alan Chapman said, "Giving out too many gems tonight. Give thanks." He said, "Every time I was exercising my options, the woman showed love. As soon as I tried to show her she was the only one in the relationship, went downhill." That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. And then have the nerve to be like, "You better not be entertaining nobody else." Well, you're not much entertainment. Like, you're not much fun. You just want to get somebody so that you don't have to put any more work in. And to be, oh, I'm gonna be honest too. You know what's messed up? I'm gonna tell you guys what's messed up. There's a lot of women who are thank you so much. Shadows Den said, get the likes up. There should be at least 58 likes. Yes, please. If you are in the stream, please hit that like button, guys. It's free. Okay. Please hit the like button if you guys are in the stream, especially if you're enjoying the stream. And if you're watching and you forgot to hit it, please hit it. What's messed up though, right? Is that there's a lot of people who are in relationships with men, like a lot of women who are in relationships with men, and they went through that whole competing phase, and they wanted to be the one that won, and they wanted to be the one that won that man over and all that kind of stuff, but they know for a fact that they were not the one who was best suited. So some of y'all tricked this man into picking you when he really could have been happy with somebody else who was better suited for him than you were. Someone who wasn't going to drop the ball when they got into the relationship. Somebody who wasn't going to switch up. Somebody who wasn't going to, play that game. And a lot of you do that. Just because you know he a good man and you want a good man, but do you really? Or do you just want to play games? And do you just want to be toxic? And I got to say another thing. Especially if you want to be in a relationship with a man, if you really, really genuinely want like a good relationship, maybe you're not the most beautiful. We got to keep it real. Okay. I saw some guy getting backlash for saying that his woman wasn't the most beautiful in the world. I mean, I don't think he should have put it on social media, but he was just being honest. Okay. He was just being honest. But maybe there's a woman who's, more beautiful than you, or maybe she's, you know, well endowed or whatever it might be. But is when you come to terms with reality and work with what you got, you will be a lot better off. You will be a lot better off once you come to terms with reality and you work with the best version that you are. You may not be as stacked as somebody else, but you going to the gym. Okay, you trying to keep up with yourself. You may not be the prettiest person in the world, but you know how to put yourself together. You know how to carry yourself. Work with that. But be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself and be honest with who your man is. If you knew your man had options and even better options, don't forget that. Don't ever treat him like he's a lucky one when you know for a fact you're the one that got away. Okay, I'm just being real, guys. I'm just being real. If you know that your man is the one who lucked out in the relationship and you are grateful for that man, don't forget that. Don't start getting hype. Okay, don't start feeling yourself popping your collar, acting like you this. Maybe because you got a new job or you got a raise or you start making money or whatever. Don't forget. Please don't forget. Don't forget that. Because you know what happened? If that relationship goes south and you guys break up, who you gonna be with? Who you gonna be with? If you're with a man and you know that man is very patient with you, he's kind to you, he's respectful, he's doing the best that he can, don't go outside and compare him to nobody else, man. Because you will mash up that relationship. And when you mash up that relationship, who are you gonna be with? Other people gonna figure you out too. You know he stayed with you longer than he was supposed to. Don't lie. Don't lie to yourself. Got a lot of women outside lying to themselves. And I'm be real with y'all. I'm not. I'm gonna say this, and then we'll talk about something, a different aspect of this conversation. But a lot of y'all too, if we're really honest, ooh, I can't say that. I can't say that because y'all are going to run me through the mud if I say that. Put a thumbs up in the chat if you want me to say it. Let me know if you guys want me to say what I'm thinking right now. I don't know. It might not sound the nicest, but it's true. It might not sound the nicest, but it's real true. Say it, say it. I got 3. Say it. One more. Say it, and I'm gonna say it. If the day ends in Y, I'm gonna say it. If I'm being honest, I'm not even gonna look at you guys while I say this. I'm gonna look over here. Okay, because I don't need to look at you guys for you guys to hear what I'm saying. But if we're being honest, a lot of you guys, even if a lot of you women out there, even if you have an inkling that your man might possibly be doing something, sis, you need to go sit down somewhere. You need to turn a blind eye. Don't look up, don't get in that phone, don't pick up that phone, don't peek and see what's going on. Because if you want to be really honest and truthful, that man should have left you a long time ago. And he is doing you a favor by being the man of your household. And he is doing you a favor as being the protection within your household. And you need to go sit down somewhere and go find something to do, because you know good and well that even if he were possibly doing something, you would be the one that is to blame. Every night he tell you he wants some of that, you tell him no. I'm being real, guys. Every time he wants intimacy with you, you tell him no. Anytime he want to do anything, you tell him no. You find a reason why you can't. You find a reason why you cannot. You find a reason why, you don't want to do this. You're always arguing with him. You disrespect him. You're miserable all the time. He's the happy one in the relationship. People on the outside only think he's a miserable one because he's around you and you make him miserable. Y'all willing to share your man? Okay? Y'all willing. I'm just being real. You're willing. Your behavior is showing that you're willing. Your attitude is showing that you're willing to share your man. Your actions, you're not sleeping with him. You know he has needs. What do you think he's going to do? You run him out there. You literally present the stage. Okay? You give him a hot and bothered just to tell him that you're not in the mood. You literally create the atmosphere for him to cheat on you. You create it. You walk around the house looking like a granny. Not attractive. He tell you he don't like this. You don't care. I don't care what you like. You can't tell me what to wear. Okay, but you used to only wear the stuff that impressed him when you guys were dating. You create the stage. And in this time, and in this day and time, guys, I know I'm gonna get backlash, but the people who really know what I'm talking about know what I'm saying. The people who really know. If I'm being really honest with you guys, some of y'all need to just go sit down somewhere and not say nothing about it. Don't say nothing. Act like you ain't see it. Act like you don't know and just work on yourself. Get yourself together. Work on being worthy enough to be with him. Because you used to be and then you changed. And then he changed. You had a nice man who only wanted you and you ran him out there back to the streets within the relationship. Wreaked havoc on his mind, gave him so much stress. Stuff that he didn't have to deal with. You put it on his shoulders for him to carry, and you know that. You better leave that man alone. Because in this day and time, it's very essential to have a man in your household as protection for you. And some of you women, y'all need to you need to do the inner work within yourself. Focus on you, elevate, grow, evolve, change your nasty ways, change that dirty attitude, change the stink attitude that you have all the time. Treat him with respect, treat him with dignity, honor him, support him, cover him, show him love, show him affection. And the biggest one, a lot of y'all need to go to that man and apologize to him. And after you apologize to him, show him changed behavior. And win him back over. Instead of talking about, I'm leaving and going out there into the world. Because he the only one that wants you. Don't nobody else want you. Nobody wants you. Nobody don't want the problems, the drama. Nobody's going to sit there with you for hours trying to break down your problems and your childhood trauma. You better stay with that man. You better honor that man. Apologize to that man and respect him. I want to read this super chat from Resident. Thank you so much for the super chat. It says, so when women have a monopoly within their relationship, they have no problem giving low grade service until a new business comes around to steal her customer. Right. You go to a restaurant and they have a horrible attitude. They give you horrible, customer service. Let them get some competition across the street. All of a sudden, they're like, "Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? How can we help you?" All of a sudden, they're the most prestigious. All of a sudden. I want to read this comment from Jason. Jason, it says, just like she said, these women just don't know how true they are, how truly blessed they are to even have a man, especially one that's carrying the load at home. I'm telling you, and I know it sounds crazy. Oh, T Shaw, thank you so much. It says, I talk to my wife circle about this kind of stuff all the time. I know it sounds crazy, like to the women who are not evolved, because I'm not talking to the women who are unevolved. I know if I had a conversation with the women who are unevolved, they would understand what I'm saying, but they would never be able to resonate with it They would hear where I'm coming from, but they wouldn't be able to resonate with it because they're still in that delusional mindset of, fairy tale. If I ask my husband if I look fat in this dress, he's supposed to say no. Like, they would never really comprehend exactly what it is that I'm saying. But I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I'm really being honest. A lot of people get mad. I can't believe this man cheated on his woman. Can you believe that? I can't believe. How could he? She the one that introduced the idea. She the one that started it. It would be that might be a different conversation, but she's the one who stopped sleeping with him 3 years ago. She's the one who started putting her ego before her man. And he's not attracted to that. He's not attracted to a masculine female. And he told her over and over again, I need you to stop behaving like that. And she didn't. And he found happiness elsewhere. What you mad at him for? What you mad at him for? T-Shaw says, this is why I watch some of these channels, not to know how to get a man because I have a husband, but to know what to do to keep him. Love that comment, T-Shaw. I love that comment. I really, really love that comment. And I think this is the thing. There's so many I love this comment from Elsie too. It says loveless relationships and marriages create an empty home. It sure does. It sure does. But this comment from T-Shaw, it's so true. Like, and I say this over and over again, like in between, like I feel like I provide conversations of different aspects, what to do in the beginning and what to do this. But like I always say that like there's so many conversations to be had. Because some women are so on point and still watch motivational content just to remain on point. And then you have some women who are just completely different. They just don't care. They only care about, who's wearing what, who somebody else's. They think that the only people who can have dream relationships are people who are outside of their reach. The people who are famous, the people who are outside of their grasp. And they don't realize that they can have great relationships as well. But nobody just wakes up one day and has a great relationship. It takes work from both parties. One person got to be doing the work and the other person got to be doing the work. It takes that. It takes meeting in the middle. It takes that love. It takes that communication. And most importantly, it takes knowing your partner. I cannot say that enough. I can't say it enough. Thank you so much, Kendra. I cannot say it enough. A lot of women are walking around and they just don't know who their partner is. They don't know who their partner is. They have no idea. My man would never cheat on me. Okay, girl. So because he is offering you faithfulness and because he's offering you compassion and love and understanding every time you say, not tonight, not tonight, not tonight, and it's been 4, 5, 8 months. Oh, I know he will never cheat on me and he better not look at anybody. So now you're putting this chain on him and yanking it when you get the chance. So that means you're taking advantage of this man. You're taking his kindness for weakness, and that's shady. That's messed up. Not because he's kind, you treat him less worthy. And a lot of women do that. A lot of women do that. A lot of women, they cannot, I can't say that, they cannot wait to flip the script. They literally cannot wait. They cannot wait. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. I wasn't going to, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't going to drop the link, but I am going to drop it. I'm only going to take like a few callers, not too many callers tonight because I wanted to keep this live stream a little bit shorter than my usual live stream because on Thursday is my birthday celebration and I am going to be live streaming. I'm weighing the time in my mind. It is either going to be a 5-hour live stream or a 10-hour live stream. Okay, that means I'm gonna be on all day. If you at work, I'm gonna be on all day with you while I'm at work. I mean, while you at work. Okay, if you work a couple hours, I'm, I'm gonna figure out the time frame. I'm gonna take a poll. I'm gonna figure out what it is that we're all gonna talk about. But we're gonna have, like I said, it's either gonna be a 5 hour or a 10 hour live stream on Thursday. So this one, I wanted to keep it a little bit short and sweet. But I am going to take a couple of callers just in regards to this conversation, because I just think that I want a lot of people to have more understanding. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of women, just the reason why they uh disagree so much with what men say is because they just truly do not understand. Like, they truly don't understand how it really works. Like, men are really the prize. They really are. They are sacred. They're sacred, as are we. As are we. But if this is why I don't understand the logic of women, right? If women are so special, if women are so powerful, this is what I'm talking. This is my comments to, like, the women empowerment people. If women are so special and sacred and this and all these things, and we're queens and we're royalty and we're so regal and all these things, then what is the man who picks one? What is he? What is he to protect said woman? How powerful is he? How special is he? How special is he that he is the one who chooses who he will give his life force to create life? How special is he? That's why I say over and over again, we're both special but both very different. But we have to understand each other. We have to understand each other. Okay, I'm dropping the link really quick. I want to read some of these comments really quick. Kendra, you always on your job. Thank you so much. Um, True KD said, "Class shirt is good tonight, Rivah. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, y'all see, I'm not tired tonight. Okay, I came here ready for this conversation. I really came here ready. Sometimes I come here in hopes to have like a long discussion and bring people on and stuff like that, but tonight I was like, I don't have to bring up nobody. Okay, I just want to, I have my thoughts, I have my feelings, and I want to have a deeper conversation, and I think we've done that. We've definitely done that. Sean, hello.
Hey, what's going on, River?
What is oh, you're not at work.
No, I'm not. I'm off today.
Oh,
I
nice, nice, good for you, good for you. I'd love to hear. Did you hear this? Okay, first of all, did you hear the song?
haven't, but I do know who the artist is. I've heard a lot of
Okay,
them.
okay. How do you say his name?
I believe it is Division.
Okay, 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 okay. So what is your thoughts?
Well, the man wasn't lying. He did tell the truth. It's a shame to say, but women love to run from the truth.
Mm, that's true. That's so true. Oops, we got Elsie in the chat. Elsie is into the chat, y'all.
Let's see.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good in yourselves.
I'm
Good.
good. I know, Elsie. I know you must have seen this title and said, "Oh no, she didn't. Oh no, she did." Oh no, Riv. Oh, Riv about to go there. Oh, okay. I see how she moving tonight. I'd
Mhm.
love to hear your perspective. I'd love to.
I think it's a lot very similar to yours. I just believe that women are, for some reason, as I said in the comments, it's all about the competition in the beginning. It's about the battle, it's about the challenge, it's about the race. And let me see who I can outdo. But it's really not really about getting the prize, because you don't understand that the man is the ultimate prize. And when he chooses you, I mean, what more prize can you ask for? That's the $1 million right there.
Yep.
But if you're so busy about as we keep talking about the clothing and how she looks and all this stuff, if you really just walked in the essence of the woman that you are, the fact that he chose you, you already won. You
Yep.
already won. And so all you have to do is stop putting the representative out front and just put your true person, the true nature out there. Because a
Yep.
representative can only rep you for a little while. And then when you start to unmask and take all that other foolishness off, he's like, oh, no, I'm not sure I want that. I don't want that.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we push him out the door. We really do, but we don't want to take accountability for our part as to why he walked. And
Nope.
that's where it gets funky.
And you know what it is that in their mind, they know the reason why he's walking, right?
Mhm.
They know. But what
Mhm.
they do is with that, instead of taking the accountability and doing the ultimate thing that men have said over and over again, you got to take accountability. You got to be, instead of saying, babe, I pushed you away. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I shouldn't have
Mhm.
done this. I shouldn't have done that. I've been disrespectful to you. I've been doing this and I've been doing that. I was wrong. Instead, they go get a collar and a leash and say, you bet not, and you better not, and you bet. And if you look at her, you better. And it's like, so just push him out the door. Just open the door and just hold his hand and just walk him out because that's where he's going.
Right. But
Humility.
women already know. You know when you are on the wrong side of the road. And he's
Yeah.
giving you the warning signs by he's saying, babe, remember when you used to, when they start talking about remember when you used to, or remember when we used to, when
Yep.
he starts reminiscing from the past, he's missing something from that. And we
Hmm.
don't take those cues very, very, very well. We're like, oh yeah, I remember that. And then we keep on moving. But he's saying that for a reason because men don't bring up past situations unless they are referencing, I need more of that.
Yep.
He's telling you
Absolutely.
what he wants. He's telling you what he needs. And you're just dismissing it because, once again, as we've talked about before, women don't really care what men want.
No.
They don't
They
really care.
think they think, well, I'm here, so you're just supposed to be with me.
But see, that's the
You don't
problem.
see
Though.
me here, you with me. They like it's I don't know what it is like. And to be honest, I want to say for all I want to say for women overall. I don't want to just speak over just one race because I feel like things are very diluted nowadays. Like
Hmm.
a lot of people
Everybody.
just act the same. Okay,
Hmm.
it's not just a black women thing. Because I see what I be on TikTok. Let me see the white women, everybody is we're better. Men are here. Okay, so
Hmm.
let's just be clear. But women are just so, and we said it the last stream, women are so ego driven that it will burn them to just do what's necessary and just apologize. It
Hmm.
would just burn them, like, instead of just coming to grips with the situation, they'll be loud and wrong. They'll be loud and wrong and then get more loud, and it's like,
Hmm.
but what, you're going to lose this man. Hello, fix it, because you have some men that are not even as poised, right? You
Hmm.
have some that is like, if you don't get your ass in the gym, I'm gonna leave you. Like,
Hmm.
they don't even hold it. They be like, if you don't lose some weight, I'm leaving because you wasn't that big when I got you.
Yep.
Like some men are straight up, and the woman will be like, oh please, he just talking. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
When a man starts saying stuff, you better listen because they're not like women. Women will be dramatic, women will be emotional, hormonal, and just say stuff. But when that man says whatever it is that he feels, you better listen to him. And a lot of women get caught up too busy with their homegirls, they're not listening to their man.
Hmm.
He's your protector. He's your
Hmm.
guide. He is the one that really cares about you. A lot of them homegirls that you be going over there telling them your business to, as soon as you leave, they get on the phone and call some more homegirls.
Hmm.
Your
Or
man is
him.
the only one that has your best interest at heart. You need to
Yeah.
work with aligning yourself with your man, and it takes knowing the nature of a man. How
I
many
find
times
it.
I gotta say it?
I find it really odd that when I talk to women, I ask just simple things about men. Women don't ever take the time to study men. I mean,
No.
to study them.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about just watching how they move, but I'm like, have you ever gotten a biology book and looked at the human male anatomy?
Right.
Because there's so many different ways to pique his interest, to
Yeah.
satisfy him, to stimulate him
Yep.
beyond what you could even imagine.
Yep.
And it's simple stuff.
Yep.
I was telling someone the other day we were talking about romance and intimacy, and I
Yeah.
was asking, so what's the last amazing thing you've done with your man? And I'm like, if you have to think past a minute, it hasn't been much of anything. Yeah.
You don't do nothing.
We're not doing nothing new, nothing exciting. You haven't been online to order anything. What we doing? What we doing? Real talk. What we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
but we
love
was
this
like,
comment.
And that's exactly what causes the relationships to crumble, because when they pursued the relationship, they, number one, they weren't focused on what the man, about anything about the man. That's the first thing. Second, they
mhm,
weren't focused on the things that he likes. Third, they weren't focused on anything concerning what he might want in the future. So now we're in this relationship, and you still ain't focused on what this man likes or wants.
Right.
And he's getting fed up because you should have known by now. As long as we've been together, I don't like the way I don't like you talking like that. Don't talk like that around
Right.
mhm,
me.
mhm,
And that doesn't matter to them because they too focused on, oh girl, he did this, he did that, instead of focusing on what he needs as a man in order to give you what you need as a woman.
You're right,
exactly.
Kashawn would be like, I don't like you talking like that. It's giving like they'll
I don't care what you did. I don't want you
put
to talk
more
to me
talk on it. They'll put more. It's
like
giving you don't want me to be myself. Like that's what
that.
they would do. Like they would just create more of it. Like
Mhm.
it's and for it without being funny, like I'm kind of being funny when I say this, but I'm also being like a little bit serious too. It's like it's almost like a sickness. Like
Mhm.
because it's one behavior that a lot of people just exude and it's like
Mhm.
wow, you really don't know how to look without your like outside of yourself.
Nope.
You really don't know how to like pay attention to the people around you. And I love also what you said, Elsie, because naturally I'm an observant person. Like naturally I'm very observant of anyone around me, anyone. But I've always been, and this is probably a whole entirely different conversation, but I've always been very intricate with uh masculinity, and like what it means to be a man and like how
Mhm,
men move and how men maneuver, like, but also with women as well. Like I've always
mhm,
also been very intricate in like what does it mean to really, really be a woman? Like what is it like going into like the real details of like why people are the way that they are, what makes them tick, what makes them this, what makes men and women so different, but we're
mhm,
so similar, but we're very, very different. And
mhm,
a lot of women can't even get to that step because if we want to be genuinely honest, they don't even have knowledge of self. So how can you know how somebody else moves and you don't know yourself? How can you know how somebody else is going to behave or what makes them tick or what makes them happy? But when you ask a lot of these modern women what makes them happy, they're going to tell you things.
Mhm.
Right. They don't know.
they
They're
don't
going to
know.
tell you a Birkin bag. They're going to tell you a trip. They're going to tell you food. They're going to tell you everything outside of themselves. But no, what gives you joy? They
Mhm.
have no idea.
Nope.
It's
Mhm,
because they've been told what to, like make them happy. Like the hive
Right.
mindset, I start to
Resident, I'm
realize.
not cutting you off. I can hear you. I'm just gonna jump off the screen really quick because I gotta go check on my rice.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. I'm listening.
Yeah. For me, I started to realize that it's like this hive mindset that a lot of women tend to uh like follow.
Mhm.
And it's like every time you look at anyone, okay, if you look at any woman like from, different age groups or whatever, the first thing you ask them, like, what type of man you want? Everything is, oh, the 666, or like it
Mhm.
has like they don't even, they just like it just rolls off the tongue, you
mhm,
know, like
mhm,
oh, this man has to have a bag, this man has to like every one of these things are just like recited verbatim from the hive mind sisterhood. And
mhm,
it's like, okay, so do you have your own mind? Like, what do you want? Like what exactly makes you happy? Just like Riva said, like, what exactly makes you happy? What do you want out of a man? But no, it's like they get into a relationship with a guy who fits, you know, they're like who's great for them. But because the sisterhood is saying, "Oh, nah, he's too whack, man. Like he's not he doesn't have enough swag. He doesn't have enough this and that. He like oh my girls over here are taking me on trips or whatever. Or like it's like he has to be in competition with all these other people that have nothing to do with the relationship, you know. So it's not only the fact that she's pushing him away, all these other mindsets outside of the relationship are pushing him away also.
Yep.
Okay. And no matter how much, because he will, if most of the time that man sees it, that's why he's constantly saying, stay off of social media, stay away from the single bitter sisters, you know, stay away from all these different things to try to tell her to just focus on the relationship so that she can focus on putting back into something that she can build with him together. But they don't do that. They just focus on what they don't have instead of working and doing what they need to do to build something within it, you know, the relationship that they're currently in.
If we're really honest too, right? There's a lot of there's a lot of women who are I'm sorry, this comment got me off guard. I had to check on my rice, okay? Mixed with a foil, you know. There's a science to it. There's a science to it. But it's so funny because a lot of women they say they want a good man, right? A lot of women, if you really sit down with women, they will say they want a good man, right? That's what they say they want. They want a good man. They want somebody who's gonna, you know, have their back, who's gonna love them unconditionally, who's gonna provide for them, and he's gonna do all these things for them. Never saying what they're gonna offer, but that's a whole different conversation. But it's so mind-boggling to me because the man that you say that you want, or the men that you say that you are intrigued by, they become your very competition. And so this comment, what Jason put with a woman's femininity complements a man's masculinity, that is to know your place. That's to know your place. And a lot of people get it so messed up. Like a lot of people think it means that one is better. There's not one that's better. And I know people will be surprised that I said that. Like, oh, Riva, you think that? Because people are too extreme. They're too extreme. If you support men, they think that you think that men are, you know, better than women. There's no such thing as better than. In terms of what we offer to each other, it is balanced. In terms of us being in a relationship, support, love, what I offer in my feminine nature and what you offer in your masculine nature, although they're very different, it is a balance. I can give you love freely. I can give you support freely because I'm also getting love freely. I'm also getting protection freely. I can give you my nurturing nature freely. I can give you a massage and not feel bad because you're not beating me up. It's a balance. It's ebbs and flows that go through, you know, relationships. Everything is not going to always be all happy and whatever, but it's the yin and the yang. It's that complete balance that everyone in nature gets right. But humans with their so vast intelligence, they overcomplicate things. And I wanted to say this, Resident. I saw you wanted to say something too. You know, when it comes to women understanding men and women not knowing what they want, men, I would not say that men are simple. I would not say that men are simple. Men say we're simple. I'm like, no, you're not. Okay. You are not simple. The things that you want seem simple, but that's how they seem. But for the right woman, it is simple. But for most women, what you want, although it seems simple, it is very complicated. If it is not in a woman's nature to work out and you want a woman who is fit, that becomes complicated. If that woman has never been taught how to cook, is not somebody who was like a homemaker or who was raised by a homemaker, and you want her to cook and clean, the house always gonna be a mess, and she's always gonna be overwhelmed.
Mhm.
But you see, if you have the right key for your lock, it's easy. For a woman who was raised to cook and clean, that's like, oh, that's second nature. I'm a clean.
Men are not even asking for that anymore. Like it's like like it's so much, like we're asking for so much less than these women are complaining about. Okay? Like as I
I don't
said
know.
before,
Not to
like
cut you, but I don't
like
know. I don't know because there's a difference. There's a difference because there's some men who are like, can you just please be nice to me? Like, can you just be nice to me?
exactly,
Like,
that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
good with that. But there's a lot of men who are not like that
Yeah, that's
because
true.
they kind of want to. And Elsie, I want to hear what you have to say. A lot of men have done what women want for so long. Right, the woman has always been right, the woman has always been, and now there's a safe space created where they're like, no, like I have standards now, I know what I want now, I know what I deem necessary. No, I do want a woman that can cook, I do want a woman that can clean, I do want this, you know what I'm saying? So there's a difference. There's men who are raising their standards at this time when women are going the opposite, because again, it's who has the bigger balls.
I'm
And
just
a man
talking
will
about
always show that he has the bigger balls. Oh,
I'm
you're going left? You want to be a city girl? I want a wife that can cook and clean, that doesn't want a business. Now what? And you're gonna have to, it's putting women back into their place and back into their zone. Like, okay, yeah. Oh, you wanna go party with your homegirls? I want a girl who has no social media. Can you handle that? And
Mm.
it's weeding out the women who are willing and the women who are unwilling. So I think what you're saying is true. There are some men who are kind of like, okay, well, even if you can't cook or even if you can't clean, I'll just take this. But there's a large majority of men who are like, nah, cook, clean, be respectful, do this, or you're not getting a second date because I'm the prize. Elsie, I see what you wrote in the back chat.
Mhm.
I would love to hear your thought on this.
So I understand what you're saying, resident. I get that. But I'm asking question because I asked the men, why should you expect less? That's been the problem. We've been
Mm,
letting women just do whatever. And the less you expect, the less they're going to give. That's why when they get in with the little bit that they do, oh, he should be good. No, stop expecting less. It's okay to expect more. It's okay to expect more. And then I say, put their feet to the fire. It's your right. This is your life you messing with. And separate the wheat from the tare. It's okay because at the end of the day, you are the prize.
Mhm.
Society has women all messed up. They are not the prize. You are the prize because you are the one who controls the relationship, and you are the one that says, I'm going to give you my name. I'm going to protect, provide, profess my love for you, procreate with you. I'm willing to put my life on the line for you. And you can't cook a meal for me? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. If my husband's willing to put his life on the line for me every single day and not just go out here and make things happen for us, you best believe he has the right to expect certain things of me and for me to give it. And if I'm not going to, then I shouldn't be here. But that's
Mm.
why I was chosen out of all that he was engaging and having fun with, because I brought what he needed to the table. I need my brothers to stop letting women off the hook.
mm-hmm.
Stop. Stop. Because once you give in to, they say, oh, well, I'll just take this little bit. And then she starts to slack off. She feels like that's okay. Oh, I did enough. I got here. Okay, and then when you decide, I don't want to deal with this no more, she's talking half. No, no. Like River said, you knew if you were paying attention what this man was about when you were competing for his time, attention, and resources, and then
Yep.
you won. Okay. So now you want to, well, I'm in the game. I'm in the house now. I ain't want none of that. Can we go out to dinner? You order in. I'm good. Now we have all massive attitude. But she better remember, she better remember what's on the other side of the door, because all of those no's that you're giving him gives him a reason to go find a yes somewhere else.
And it's so messed up because so many, like I said, in that phase when you were one of many, he chose you, but he chose the mistake because you was fronting. That
The
wasn't even
representative.
you. You was just pretending to be somebody
Mhm.
else. And instead of you actually just maturing and being that better version of yourself that you know that you're capable of,
Mhm.
you, because you wanted to win, but maybe because your baby gonna have good hair, because you know how they do. Okay, sorry.
But just saying,
Maybe
like, think
because
of
he
it.
got money, maybe because of he's tall, maybe because of he drive a BMW. Let's be real, the
Yeah.
superficial reasons why you wanted to win,
Mhm.
but he had somebody who was better suited, somebody who would
Yeah.
have made his life peaceful,
Mhm.
and he
Mhm.
chose your ass. Like
Mhm.
that's so wrong. And
It
while you were
is.
talking, I just started to meditate a little bit on like I saw Kevin Samuel's name in the chat, and I just started to think of like the first time that I ever did a reaction to his video, and when he was talking about buying a dog and die alone, and a lot of people were getting offended,
Even I
right?
did.
He was doing the salute. Oh, I miss Kevin so much. I miss Kevin so much. I think about him
Every
all the
day.
time. When I see somebody say something crazy, I think about him. But
Mhm.
um, I remember the first time I heard it, it hit me somewhere, and it wasn't like I didn't know that it wasn't, I didn't know the saying or whatever. It wasn't that. It was just that women weren't understanding what he was trying to tell them.
Yep.
And because of the gimmicks and because of the it's entertainment, because of the things that he has to put on to make the show a show,
Mhm.
people were missing. A lot of women got it, but a lot of women miss the mark.
Mhm.
And I'm like, do
Mhm.
you understand the value? And I have to say it over and over again because every time I turn on the news, I'm like, Lord have mercy.
One more day.
What
I
is
just
going on? Like,
I
what
just
is
think that the
happening? You
reason
just see the most reckless stuff. And more, I'm saying, like, the value, it is irreplaceable. It don't matter if the man have $1 or if the man have $1,000,000. To have a man in your home as a woman,
Mhm.
oh my goodness.
Mhm.
That is not a dog. Yes, a dog can protect you, right? If you train him. It is not a human being.
Nope.
Okay?
Mm.
It is not the same thing.
Mm-mm.
It is not the same. You can have a security system, but the security you feel having a man in your home, it is different.
Yeah.
And a lot of
Yeah.
these women who are walking around talking about, oh, we need to protect our women. And, why don't y'all talk about protecting women? And, there's women who are making killings on TikTok selling mace kits. Okay, to have like a taser, a flashlight, a this and this and that. So you would rather provide resources for the problem instead of saying, well, if you get yourself together, you won't need that because you have a man that will protect you.
because they're dodging accountability.
And what they will do is everything that they said that they will not do for their man, they'll do it for their best friend.
Of
All
course,
day.
They'll do it for the homegirl.
All day.
because they're part of the sisterhood hive mind.
It's crazy. Two girls will move in together and defend each other before both of them go get a man. They will be with each other. Oh, call me, send me your location. Make sure that hyper, because that's what a man provides security
Absolutely.
In so many ways.
in so many ways. When that man is around you, you just sleep. You just be mouth open. Oh, huh? Somebody came. I didn't know. My phone was ringing. Oh, I didn't even realize. Because they just their energy alone provides that.
Mhm.
You walking with a man, even if you're like one of those people like me, I'm just the type of person, like, I'm gonna look around. I told you I'm observant. I'm very observant. But like it just provides a certain peace to you. There's women who are living alone or living with their friend or whatever, and they're very afraid all the time
Mhm.
because they're small, they're a woman, they are the weaker vessel, even though they think that they can be better than a man. Somehow when they go out at night, That's when they realize they're the weaker vessel. When they have to go to the bank at nighttime, they realize they're the weaker vessel. When they have to go pump gas at night, they realize they're the weaker vessel. They're like, dang, I need a man. Right. But it's so simple. The men are saying, I mean, we're willing to protect. That's what, as a man, we got to protect ourselves anyway. What's protecting you? We just want peace. And the woman is like, oh, hell no. Peace.
Exactly. And see, that was the whole point that Kevin Samuels was trying to make to these women. Because if you listen to what he said, he told them exactly what they needed to do in order to have a man. And when they wouldn't listen to that, fine, die, get a dog and die alone. If you don't want to do what I'm saying, do that.
That involves actually putting in effort, putting in work, which is what they don't want to do. They feel entitled. That's what it is. It's the entitlement mindset that a lot of people have right now. So I mean, most men, we're starting to understand, like, okay, we need to be a certain, in a certain social status, in a certain, what is it, tax bracket, just so we can, have the life that we need, but like to the average man, like who's, trying to get by and all this other stuff, like it's like a lot of us feel like we don't, we can't even measure up, like.
But this is why, sorry. This is why a lot of my conversations, there's a lot of people who talk about men who have resources, right? There's a lot of different avenues that you can go on different pages and you can hear men who talk about, well, if you was on your purpose, you wouldn't be worried about, okay.
Yeah,
fine.
but these are the same girls that work in Starbucks.
But as a woman who is, representing the support system to that man, I'm going to talk a little bit different, right? Because a woman like LC, a woman like myself, I get it. Everybody's not a millionaire. Okay. It's just not possible. Okay. I mean, it's possible. There's enough money in the world, but will that ever happen that everybody will be a millionaire? No.
Because then the value of everything will change. You'll be spending $1 million, $100 for like a candy bar.
Right.
There's
exactly.
No way,
so that means
it doesn't make sense. Like there's no
even
way
being a millionaire would technically not be a millionaire. Right. Exactly. You get what I'm saying? So in a world where there's a very small percentage of men who make a certain amount of money. There's a lot of people floss on Instagram and fronting, yes, but there's not a lot of people who are actually extremely wealthy, and right?
Those are the people that are still in the hood.
I kind of had that conversation as well. I can have both conversations, but I talk a lot to the women who are just putting a lot of pressure on the man who is quote unquote the average earning man. He might be average earning, but that'll make him average. Because you got some people who are real wealthy and real average.
Thank you.
Below average.
Can't pray for you, can't provide nothing for you, don't know all they know is how to make money. And that's great. That's great if that's what you're looking for, because there's women who are looking for that. That's great if that's what you're looking for, but high value is not just about what's in your pocket.
Nope.
High value is about your principles as a man.
Character.
Yeah, your character. Your structure. Your vision. Your leadership.
There's some wealthy men that won't protect you. Some pop off. He look like
take her.
You better
take her first.
You gotta come on and go.
And that's the ones they run into.
Yes.
So true.
I didn't even know she was back there. What? Yeah. And then I asked this question: why would men? But women are running around talking about we are some of the most unprotected women. Black women are our brothers and our men are protecting us. And I say to them, why would they want to protect you when you say you don't even like them? I'm not putting myself on the line for people who don't like me. What?
They're removing themselves from the protection.
You can't get way high.
I've seen of like men
What he
Thank
looking
you.
at?
trying to be chivalrous, and then
He's the
they
greeter.
Mhm.
like
He gets
it,
paid to say hello. Did you not hear that?
All these every time I go in, somebody trying to holler at me. He told you you had a flat tire. He was trying to wave you down to tell you that your gas tank was open.
He said, "Welcome to Walmart." Yeah, I'm not thinking about you.
These men always sweating me.
Yeah, the man got a blue smock on.
He works
Uh,
here. Like, come on, for real. Like, and it's funny too. Sorry, Resident. I know you were gonna say something, but it's so funny because it's true. Like, there's so many times that I go to the grocery store or whatever, and I'm very like I'm pretty friendly.
Me
I'm
too.
pretty friendly. Unless I get a weird vibe. If I get a weird vibe, I'm like, okay, you know. But I'm overall, I'm pretty like, hey, how you doing? And sometimes you can see it like in some men, like that they're not used to somebody actually like
mhm.
They're
waving
shocked.
or
They're shocked.
they're like,
They're like, "Oh, is she? Hey,
have a good day. I'm like, okay.
Did
But
that
yeah,
happen?
or you walk past them and you're like, good morning. It's just
mm-hmm.
being polite. It's not being weird or anything.
Flirty
It's
or
just,
none of
yeah,
that."
just being cordial. But like, it's like women have lost the ability to even be able to coexist with their male counterpart. You better
Yes,
believe if I'm reaching for something and I can't get it, I'm gonna go find some man.
it's me.
Excuse me.
Real nice. It's me. Yeah.
You.
He's like,
Can
"Oh,
you
you need
please
some
grab
help?"
this for me? Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You have
Even
some
be
women
nice
that will
about that.
climb the shelf. I'm not
Yes.
doing that.
No. 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 And then, but this is the typical woman though. Excuse me, I need
mhm.
some help over here, and he's like,
Okay.
you know,
You seem strong, like you got it.
I work in a residential building, like an upper class residential building, so we get a lot of those.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Very
but
entitled people.
it's too much. It's
yeah,
too
and
much.
the brother don't even work there, and you hollering and talking. He just walking in the store too, shopping.
Mhm.
You talking about?
Right.
Can you come in? No, no,
He's like,
I
I don't even
can't.
want to help you because you just seem like, are you gonna throw it at me? Like,
Right.
it's
For
sad.
real.
It's really sad. And then they want to be, this mad black, angry black woman, attitude. Why they acting? What are you portraying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
What are you portraying? You know why I don't say nothing
Right.
about all of that stuff because I'm not portraying that. So it's not my business.
Mhm.
Because nobody looks at me and says I'm an angry black woman.
Nope. I never get that. I
So
never.
obviously, if you're mad, then you want the comfort to still be able to be that.
Mm-hmm.
You
But
want
you
to
can't
still
be
be able
both.
to portray that. You can't just be a woman. Just be a woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
You
be a
can't
woman.
be both.
I love when I see like other women too do that. Like I love when I in the store and I see like other women like exuding so much femininity. Like,
Yes.
can you please pick up the water case for me? I'm like, girl, you better live that soft life. You better ask somebody. You better ask somebody. I love it because men are willing. Like they're like, oh yeah, I'll get it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because they're the stronger vessel.
They
They have
want
no
to.
problem proving that they're strong.
Mhm.
Okay. You
Mhm.
have some women over there breaking their back trying to prove
I
they don't need
got
a
it.
man.
I
I
got
got
it.
it. Ah, I think I pulled a muscle. Like, girl,
And
just
then
ask
want to curse and
somebody.
holler. I broke my damn nail. Well, you
Yeah,
should have asked him, big dummy.
you should have asked somebody. Scared somebody gonna
Yes.
say that they want you.
Right.
And then be like, no men don't holler at me because they're intimidated.
Intimidated? No, you turned me the wrong way when you yelled at me for no reason.
You're right, they
Intimidated.
intimidated. They think you're gonna fight them.
Right.
I be
That's the thing I really can't stand. Like when they keep on saying that we're intimidated. Like half of us, like pretty much grew up liking, women that are badasses and stuff like that, but they're still feminine.
Mhm.
Like so
Yes.
it's like it had nothing to do with that. Like it's just come on, man.
Even
Like
like China from like WWE, WWF, it was back in the day.
mhm.
Even like China, she was like a man. But then she was still like, oh yes, I get my nails done, I get my hair done. And And she had like muscles like a man, but she's like, oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was always like that difference. But a lot of
she's not
women,
really the best example.
she's not the best example, but
That's
I'm just
okay.
using her as an example because she's big and strong, and she would always be like very like, like when you see her outside of that, I think she had like a show at one time too.
Mhm.
She was like very like, like
Dainty.
dainty,
Mm-hmm.
as strong as she was. She was like very dainty at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm using her as an example, what China would exude on the outside is what um a lot of women exude. A lot of our women don't look like that and exude that kind of energy on the outside.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
If you understand what
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to say. They exude this big, rough and tough. And I have to be honest, it's not just to men too. It's to
Right.
women
To
as well.
everybody. To
Okay, they
everybody.
just mad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You be like,
Yeah.
well, hi, good morning. They be like, I'm like,
Morning.
okay. I was just saying good morning.
Yeah.
They got
Yeah.
an
I don't.
attitude with you, and worse if you're exuding femininity. They got an attitude with you because you're feminine. And you're
Yeah,
like,
they don't
but
like that.
yeah. Ooh, look at her trying to do the most. Okay, I don't understand. I really don't
Yeah.
get it.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I
Resident.
just
Oh, sorry.
I think like in our conversation about the whole cheating thing.
Oh yeah.
I
Go
haven't
ahead.
I haven't I
Off
haven't I
track.
haven't I haven't heard the song, but I'm gonna listen to it as soon as I get off
I
here.
know.
Mhm.
And but just listening to the
Division needs
lyrics.
to link me up, okay? Because this is low key promotion. Okay, this is low key promotion. Division needs to
Oh, I'm
link me
sorry.
up.
Okay,
Go,
but
bro. No. I'm saying because it's the whole conversation. I literally heard that song and he ignited this whole conversation. But yes, go ahead. Sorry.
right, and that's okay. And I'm just like saying to myself, when you were talking about why you going through the phone, you're gonna stay. See, it's that part right there that I'm confused because at the end of the day, what is going through the phone and doing all this extra stuff for and yelling, I'm gonna pack my stuff, I'm leaving, I'm gonna get the up out of here. You ain't gonna never see me again, Bubba. And all he has to do is say, I'm sorry.
Or
Or I'm like,
or
what?
or all he has to say is get in the bed.
Why as you screaming and still crying, oh, and you still and what? What? Who does that? And then 2 minutes later, after you rolled around in the sheets a little bit, now you do you so you saying you still love me, girl? You know I love you. And then you get right back up, shower
but
change, and he roll out the house for the rest of the night.
but
What?
that's that emotional roller coaster that the women need to stay on so that they can feel, like, the relationship isn't boring. They just can't
Right.
have a guy that doesn't really care about that. Like me, I've never cheated before, but if like I gave off that life of abundance sort of, like uh swag, then my girl would have probably been still with like all over me and stuff like that. And it's ridiculous. Like to me, I feel like it's very dysfunctional
It
because
is
it's like
It,
dysfunctional.
you
It is.
call
it
us
is.
like you call us insecure, but then you're the ones that need to have, you need to constantly be in this state of like fear that your man could leave at any moment for you to still want to be attracted to him. Like how do you have any peace?
Because okay, so since they can't keep themselves accountable, they need a situation to keep them accountable. So
Mm-hmm.
him threatening to leave or him possibly leaving is going to be a constant reminder that she needs to be accountable for her actions. And it sounds crazy, but it's true.
But
It's
there's so
very
much
true
time
because
wasted on
it's just like a
that.
mom. It's just like a mom, right, with a child. I'm just going to use this for an example. Okay. I'm not telling nobody what to do with their kids. Disclaimer. I'm just using this as an example. If a mom is telling a kid, don't touch that or stop doing this, and then they go get the belt and go put the belt on the table. Every time that kid look up and see that belt on the table, it's like, oh, let me not. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same exact thing. It's literally the
Mhm.
same thing. Whenever he, if there's a possibility that she's like living on the edge in the relationship, it keeps her, her mind clear that she has to do the right things because she's gonna lose him. But whenever she's left to her own demise without any, repercussions, she just gets amnesia and forgets there's a possibility he could leave her because she get all up in that delusional mindset of I'm a woman, I'm the prize, he can't leave me, he better not cheat, he better not that, until she gets reminded, and it's a cycle all over again, over and over and
Again.
over again.
Yeah, that's true.
It's unfortunate, but it's very true. And I'm gonna be real too, like the women who are really like not for cheating, like the women who are really are not about that life, they're not doing all that stuff. They
Mm-mm.
are not doing that. They're not going through the phone. They're
Mhm.
not. Let me be clear. They're not going through the phone. They're not going on your Instagram. They're not checking to see who you talking to. They're not peeping you every night when you leave the house. Where you going? Who is this? They're not doing that because they're like, I will leave. So I don't need to search because anyhow I find out, it's a wrap. They're not playing the game, and the man knows that.
Mhm.
He's like, yeah, she's not
Mhm.
about that. She's not
Mhm.
gonna.
Mhm.
She's not gonna do all that stuff. That's
Mhm.
the woman you gotta look out for. The woman who's in the phone, she not doing nothing. She
No.
not going nowhere. She's not going nowhere. She doing all the
And nine
dramatic.
times and 9 times out of 10, she's the one that was running you down
Yeah.
and then going through a major competition to get with you. See,
Yeah.
this is what women don't understand. If you are going to allow yourself to be in this massive competition, as River was saying, you know how your man is and was or can still be, and how you got him through this massive, array of women that he was
Hmm.
dealing with, and then he chose you. There's a small window that he's made some huge 180
Yeah.
in that process, okay?
Hmm.
So, unless he's showing you some real, real deep signs that that's not possible, and like she said, he could very well be in a relationship, loving on you and the whole 9, but somewhere in the recesses of your mind, you better still hold on to that. If I slip up, he might slip out.
Yep.
Always hold on to that because you know
Hmm.
how you had to get him. And
I
so
think
a
women
lot of times how you got him is how you're gonna have to stay to keep him.
I think
And
women get confused because they think that like a man is gonna change. The man don't change. He adapts. Like that's just what males do in nature. We are forced to adapt. So
Yeah.
like, and this is all type of men from whatever alpha is out there to betas males. Like we all adapt in order to fulfill the need to feel needed, appreciated, and
Mhm.
like just feel
And
that we're
respected.
useful. Okay.
Mhm.
hmm.
So you have like the quote unquote simps out there that are throwing money at these women. That's how they feel like they're useful.
Hmm.
Okay. And that's what their mind is tricking them to do. And then you have the alphas that sit there, treating the guys like, well, treating the women like, they're disposable, but those women love that, so it's like they keep on gravitating towards that, and those men adapt to push that sort of lifestyle even further. That's
Hmm.
why all these women are going for those type of guys, because the hive mind loves that type of guy, because he's not going to take any shit. He's not going to, he can dispose of the, just throw them aside. So if they
That's
feel
why that.
chosen, now it's like a boost to their own self-worth.
But that's why that guy always will win.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Right. Right.
That guy will always win because you're
that's
an
Always.
option.
but that's the thing. Not
You're
everyone
an
is that
option, and if
guy.
you get it twisted, I'm gonna find somebody else because I don't
Mhm.
have to deal with this. When the
Mhm.
when the man feels like he has to deal with it, and he will deal with it because our vows or marriage or this or that. Whenever a man feels bound to it, that's when he's gonna have a problem because she just going women do not. I said it. Okay, I done said worse on this live stream tonight. Women don't do well in authoritative positions. They just don't. They are the, if you want to see somebody go on a power trip quick, it's a woman. I'm just gonna be real. Now, this is not all women, but majority of women, once they get a little position, think
Mhm.
about if you have a job with a woman who just got a raise. All
Mm.
of a sudden, she got to tell you, did you clock in? Where's your punch card? You're not wearing your badge right. Like, girl, they promoted you 2 hours ago. Like,
Shit.
women are just not, they just don't work well in those kind of positions. So in a way, once you make that woman feel like she is a deciding factor, she is now the authority in the relationship. She
Mhm.
is going to run it to the ground.
Yep.
She gonna
All
run you
right,
to the ground, and she gonna run the
right,
relationship to the ground. When
Right.
you have a man that says, "I am man, hear me
mhm.
roar." I know that little lioness roar you did. You thought it was cute and all,
Go sit
but
down.
go sit down somewhere. She's gonna be like, "Okay."
Mhm, mhm,
That's why you
mhm.
can see women argue as men, but and they'll do a lot of yapping. This is women who confuse themselves. But if a man really bucks up his chest, that woman is gonna get. I can't believe you're screaming at a woman like that. You were just screaming at him.
Right.
You were just in his face doing this, and then he screamed back. And now I can't believe you would talk to a woman like that. But what
Mhm.
I also wanted to say as well is that, um, if we want to be real, cheating is not the deciding factor for relationships.
It's
It's
not.
just dramatized. Because they
Mhm.
see it on Love and Hip Hop, they see it on Real Housewives, they see it on TV of how they're supposed to react in situations. And
Mhm.
so, they just like to do packing the bag and bleaching the clothes. They do that stuff for like special effects. But
Right.
like, is it really a deciding factor to relationships? Majority of the time, no.
No.
Nope.
Because
No.
most women say, "Oh, if a man cheated on me, I would leave." And then they get cheated on
And
and
they
they don't
right there.
leave.
5 years later. 5 years
Yep.
later. Still rolling.
I'm gonna stick
Yep.
beside
And then
him.
complain to
That's
the
my man. I'm gonna
sisterhood, and
stick
then the
beside him.
sisterhood sits there and coddles them, and then all
Yeah,
this.
it makes them feel good to act tough because their ego is hurt.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Because you
mhm.
have some women who are so humble, okay? And I'm just having the full conversation. You have some women who are so humble that their man cheats on them, and they're like, "What did I do? Was it me? Like, what did I do wrong that made you feel like you couldn't come to me and talk to me? Why would you do that?" They're willing to have the conversation. It don't mean they're gonna stay, it don't mean they're not gonna stay, but they are just so baffled that they don't get strong and buck and try to fight you. They're like, "But wait,
What
what
happened?
happened?"
Mhm,
Mhm.
The
mhm.
woman who be getting buck without asking any questions, she gonna stay. She don't have to ask what happened because she don't she's not gonna change anything.
Nope.
She just gonna start. "Okay, I can't believe you had the nerve. You cheated on me." Like, that's what they me. I can't believe. And then, but they're not going nowhere.
They're not.
Mhm.
They're
They're
not
not.
going anywhere. So for even for this whole cheating conversation, it's like, why are you going through the phone? You're not
So
gonna do
then,
nothing. And
my
if even you're trying to find something. So even if it's somewhat looks like something close to, you gonna say he's cheating on you, whether he is or he's not.
Mhm.
And it could be some text messages. You all might be just in a relationship going a good 4 or 5 months. And he might have some old messages in there from 8 months ago that you
Right.
happen to roll up on, and you wanna question him about. Well, so what's this
Who
right
is
here?
this? Like,
Mhm.
And he's like, if you would
waking him
look
up at
at
3 a.m.
yeah, he's like, if you would look at the date, it says 8, 9 months ago. That's one of my old friends. Well, why you still now you have to justify why you looked in the phone and why it upset you. Well, why you still got the text the messages in there? It must
Now
mean
you
something.
now you shame. Now you shame. So you had to pick something
What?
else.
Yeah,
you know
and
how
you have
many
to blame it
people do
on
not
him.
erase the messages that they have in their phones?
Or
Like,
or
I have
his
messages
boss,
in here from like 2012.
or
Like,
his or
It's
come
his
my
on.
female
phone.
boss that look better
It's
than
my
you.
yeah, it's my
Text
phone.
him.
It's my
Why she
phone.
why she gotta text you at 9 o'clock? It's my boss. They had a mandatory meeting. She had to tell me about it. So she gotta text you at 9 o'clock? Okay.
It's a group chat, Heifer. It's a group
It's a
chat.
group
We
chat.
all
It's a
in it.
group chat.
It's a group chat. You just saw
Nine
my
times
name
out
pop
of
up. It's a group chat.
She
You
texts
see the
everybody.
13?
Mhm.
Dang.
why she sent you a smiley face? It was to everybody. It
To
was
everybody. To
everybody got the smiley
everybody.
face.
Nine
Yeah.
times out of 10, when a woman is doing that, it's because she just got off of her group chat with her friends, and one of her friends was like, "Oh, my man was doing this and that. He cheated on me. He was doing it. Did you check your man yet? Did you check
Yes.
your man yet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, I ain't checked mine yet. Let me go ahead and check him right now. Just sleep.
Go bust up the bathroom door. What you doing?
Hive mind strikes again.
What you
Yeah,
doing?
don't take
Why you be in
your
the
phone to
bathroom
the
so long?
bathroom.
Where's your phone?
Mhm.
Like, I just came home from work. Like, I have the runs.
Man is confused as all get. What are you talking about?
Putting your
What?
man through stress over somebody else, man. It's
What just
crazy.
Yes.
happened? You were smiling a half an hour ago. What changed? What are you talking about?
I'm
So
telling you.
my
And then
thing is this.
and the other key is that part. We could go down the whole road of that, but then the other road of that same exact thought process is you have some women in the group chat like, girl, I ain't even gonna check my man because don't nobody want him. And they do. You think nobody don't want your man because you don't want your man, but other women want that
Other
man.
women do. Other women.
And you
So
over
then-
here like, girl, I ain't got nothing to worry about. And he got 4 or 5 people on the side, and you don't even know. And then when you find out, you're like, I can't believe it.
So to all the men that are not like what these women want or what these women stay with, okay, what
do you
does that
mean?
do for I'm just saying, like, what does that do for a guy who like me? I don't like, I'm not a sleeping around type of dude. I'm not the guy that likes to have women on rotation. Like, I'm
But
not
that's
trying to play with hearts. I'm not trying to do any of that foolishness. My thing is, like, I am who I am. You take me as I am, and that's it. I'm not trying to give you any other stress. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just trying to build with you. If you're gonna be with me, okay, actually want to participate. If you don't want to participate, then what the hell are you here for? Like, that's my whole thing on that. But a
Well, you
lot
got to
of
put
like,
yourself first.
that
I
exactly.
know, but
That's
that's
what
the
the
thing. Like, so how do you
Fine.
how do women respect that? How do we get women to get off of the hive mindset and start to respect men that are actually present?
see. That's
Okay,
the thing. We can't make them do anything.
we
That's
can't.
what,
That's what they have to realize that.
listen up. That's where the vetting process comes in at the beginning.
Mhm.
When you start at the beginning of the relationship, you're paying attention to everything she says, the way she says it, the things she does, and that lets you know the type of woman she is, especially when it comes to her response to you.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You got to watch her response to you, and it tells you everything you need to know about that woman. If
I
she,
love what you said last week, Kashan. I don't know if it was last week, but the last stream that we did, and you were saying that you can tell by if you're talking to her and she gives you like her divine, like her direct attention,
Mhm.
because that's so true. Like because I'm a woman, so I'm the one that's doing it. So to talk to somebody who's experiencing that, I think that's such a key point. Like when a woman is like interested, it's not work really. Because when a woman want a man, let me tell you something. That woman will jump, skip, and hop. What you said, like Coming to America, whatever food you like that woman will be.
Whichever you like.
She will be as peaceful as pie.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
it is not
Mhm.
hard, but when you have to try to convince somebody to be with you, she's not the girl for you.
She's not
Yeah,
the one.
exactly.
She's not the one.
Because it don't take all of that. Women
It
don't
And that's
take
doesn't.
all of that.
also exactly, and that's also why you have to look beyond the looks. The looks may catch your attention, but it's her personality keeping your attention.
Right. Because women are
Mhm.
quick to, they put your name down. They find out what your last name is. They're like, oh,
Mhm.
yeah. Oh, my God. We would have such cute kids. Women are real quick.
Mhm.
So if you have to try to convince a woman into it, that's why I said, like, I remember this girl told me that her mom said, oh, be with a man who loves you more because as a woman, you will grow to love him.
No.
Mm-mm. You got to love that
Mm.
man. You got
Mm-mm.
to really, like, I think the woman has to love the man more. Because a man is he's only reflective off of how you maneuver with him. That's why
Yeah,
women be messing up the relationship.
that's true. That's true.
Because once
He
you
only
change tempo, he change.
yeah, he responds off of what you all respond off of what we do.
Yep.
And I get what some of the the older ladies used to say back in the day, you mean your man need to love you more than you love him. But that's not going to happen. He needs to like you more, just as much as you love him. He needs to like you just as much as you love him. And then the
Right.
more he likes you, the more love he'll have for you. But my mother
Right.
used to always make the statement and say, and I'm a firm believer in this. You can't make a man stay where he doesn't want to be. And if he wants to go, let him go.
Mhm.
And she said, at the end of the day, if he comes back around, now it's your decision if whether you want him to stay or not.
Right.
But to try to make him be somewhere, no. He wants to go, let him go. That's why I say the same thing with a woman. She wants to go, let her go. And I always say, keep in mind too, is my dad used to say, what a man will do with a woman, he'll do to a woman. So if he'll cheat with you on someone else, he'll cheat on you with somebody else. Women need to be mindful of that as they're bopping around and competing and all this stuff. Because I know while you're competing for this guy who has so many women, on the roster, he's with you while he's supposed to be with somebody else. So you're still in the mix of a bunch of foolery. And who wants to be in that, real talk? I mean,
yeah, the foolery
Oh.
is true. I want to go to Mike Dub because I know he's been having some little technical difficulties as well, and he want to get in and say something. But just to the point that you're making too, I think the main point of like just that saying like if he cheats with you, he'll cheat on you. I think that main point, people think it's just like, oh, karma. It's not that. It's not that. What it is the same thing that we're talking about. Because as soon as you get comfortable and you start, he done showed you what he literally showed you what he's capable of. But you're gonna get in that relationship, you're gonna do what she did, you're gonna get comfortable, you're gonna get complacent, you're gonna start disrespecting him, and he is gonna show you what he has to show you. He made an example out of her. Now he has to make an example out of you. Because women don't realize that, oh, well, I got him now. Listen, I say it all the time. We talk so much about the relationship, getting into the relationship. When we start talking about what it is to maintain a relationship, that's when y'all gonna have to put y'all seatbelt. Some of y'all ladies gonna have to get the seatbelt and just plug it in and put the seatbelt on. Okay, that's a whole different conversation. That's a whole. But we can't even get there because we can't even get you guys to see the value in men.
We can't get you in a relationship to talk about how to stay.
You're too busy. You don't want to buckle the seatbelt because you're too busy trying to grab the steering wheel.
Too busy.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you know what, Mike? You in order to grab the steering wheel, you got to get in the car. Most of them don't want to get in the car. And you know why? Because you drive the Toyota and they want to ride in the Benz. So, but the Benz ain't stopping at the bus stop.
They pull in the door. They pull in the door of the locked Benz, and the Toyota doors flew open. Like, hello, get in. No, I'm waiting for the Benz. Okay, you wait right there, sweetie. Let me go ahead and drive off.
As they standing at the bus stop, talking about.
But also, a Benz sounds real nice until you have to take it to the shop.
Hello, somebody, and that's the maintenance.
Work. Work.
Maintenance.
You love looking at how you look in that car and how you drive around, but as soon as you have to take it to the shop, then it's a problem.
Work.
And what's she gonna say? I don't pay for no tires. $400.
No, I'm using it as a metaphor.
She is too. Elsie's using it as a metaphor too. She's saying the work. It's the work because that's the whole problem. Like, and this again, full circle, the same thing that we're talking about right now. As soon as there's a bump in the road, as soon as there's a problem, you can't do and what you won't do. Every time. And
everybody wants the benefits from the relationship, but nobody. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, sorry. No, it's okay. I'm like, we keep like this. But as soon as you say the difference between Toyota and Benz, right? Just using that for an example. If you can't get on the same page with this man in the Toyota, my dear, what makes you think that you will not only qualify, but that you will be able to hold on for the ride with the man in the Benz?
Thank you.
Because what this man was willing to look over or look past, this man is not.
Exactly.
And but you don't even meet this man's standards. So how you gonna meet this?
Because Toyota might let you smoke a little Newport in his car. He might be okay with that. And Benz is like, I have to get this thing leather clean. Girl, you don't lost your. You better get out. We're not doing that.
You better pick up. He better pick up that candy wrapper.
He's like, take the bonnet off. Sorry, let me stop, because y'all gonna drag. Never mind. I wasn't playing, but stop. My bad, y'all. My bad. Because I know how y'all like to do me. Y'all like to fight. So I'm just saying.
Woo! Oh my gosh, I was thinking it, but see, you always say it.
You gotta be, you gotta be the best version of yourself. Get out of this car.
Hello, somebody.
And getting in it too. Getting in it.
And
You gotta be the best version
quiet.
getting in it.
Yes, be quiet while you're in here. I don't want all that yelling and that hooping and I don't want all that yelling in here. We don't do that in here. We don't do that in here. We listen to music, classical music.
Yes. So be quiet. And speak when spoken to.
I don't know, man. I just feel like a lot of women are too emboldened right now to just like they're just entitled to anything. Like, I mean, for God's sake, you have the did anybody see that woman who's now trying to sue a man for like $10,000 because of a damn date?
I'm posting my channel tomorrow.
He didn't even show up to the date, and so she's trying to sue this man. I mean, what type of mindset that you have to have in order to say like I'm entitled to getting, reward? Like I'm entitled to some compensation because he wasted my time. Like he didn't show up. Like
do you know how many brothers could be in line filing a lawsuit?
Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. Because I'm like,
some men, let's be real. Some men could file some lawsuit because, you told him that you wasn't putting out till you got married, and then that kitty wasn't all cracked up. You said it was
exactly.
Imagine if he. No, Elsie, don't you leave me. Imagine if he filed a lawsuit on you.
Oh my God.
That is a problem.
You said what it was hitting for, and it wasn't.
Yep. Didn't meet none of the expectations you put out there.
You said Corinne ain't got nothing on you. And you was dead fish. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm done clowning. I'm sorry. Hustler. Hi, Hustler. I saw you were trying to get up a couple of times. Let's hear what Hustler got to say.
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Okay, I gotta make this quick, all right? But I'm gonna say this. As far as that story of the woman trying to sue that man for $10,000 for showing up on the date, that just shows how entitled a lot of these men are. It just shows that, I mean, what's next? You gonna sue me because I didn't pay you for the whole dinner? Are you gonna sue me because I picked you up late? What's next? It just makes you wonder, what's next for these entitled women?
Yeah, a lot of people just do these things to go viral too. Just to be honest, they just really want clout so bad. They're like, what stupid thing can I say today? Then they just say it. But that's a whole different conversation.
Did you see that one? Everyone already knows it's a skit, but it was the chick's birthday. The chick's birthday, and she's like, "You're not gonna buy. It's my birthday. You're not gonna buy dinner for me and all my 18 friends."
Yeah, nah.
The sad part too is that a lot of people are doing them as skits or to go viral and stuff like that, but some men are really experiencing these things.
No, I've actually experienced that. Like I've
experienced it too
with my ex. Like we went to someone's birthday party, and like she was expecting him to pay, and it was like, yeah, like I can't do that. And with me and my girl at the time, like I was just like, all right, fine. I just paid our share. I gave like a little extra, and that was it. I was like, whatever, you guys have to do your own shit. But yeah, it happens.
But you know what's funny about that though is that they'll do some something outrageous like that, right? 18 people, that's a lot.
But the thing
That's
is,
ridiculous.
This the
but
fact
then they're gonna have the nerve to turn around and say, "Oh, if you're broke, just say that." Who can afford that for real?
The simple fact alone that they
If you broke, just say that. It's
No,
giving broke.
no, but just the like lack of awareness to say like, okay, yeah, they're gonna buy steak, they're gonna buy all these different things. I mean, they're gonna run up the freaking bill. Okay. And then when the check comes, that now everybody wants to be like, oh, and then want to start counting pennies and stuff like like really, like, come on, like you come to an event, people like it's not about like getting over on people, and that's the thing, like everybody is willing to just get like the all these girls are willing to just milk their girlfriends. Because if you think about it, like all these girls came in here just to go and get a free meal too.
No.
Oh yeah.
No. You missing the point. The conversation with the girls was, he got money, he gonna pay for us.
18 of y'all.
So all of y'all come with me and get ready, and we gonna milk him. It's not about the homegirls. They got each other back.
I don't know.
It was the girls. I'm telling you because I'm a woman. Okay. I'm sure that this is how the conversation goes. I'm trusting. The conversation is just come. Oh no, girl, I can't go to that restaurant. I ain't got that kind of money. You don't need no money. He gonna pay for us. He got it. And they got ready, and then they went. The 18, because I guess it was a skit. I didn't know it was a skit. I thought it was real life, but that's just an extremity. But they'll do it with 2 or 3 friends. The normal count is like 3, 4. I'm not gonna lie. It's normally like you see the friend, and then you see her 4 of the homegirls that gotta come with her to make sure she's safe. And because they're her security guards, he got to pick all of them to impress them, and then they all say, "Oh, I can't believe he paid for us. He's so nice. Yeah, you should continue to talk to him." And some guys, the reason why people like you resident end up in this situation is because other men do it.
Yep.
The men
not
that
only
do
that is that
a lot of the men that do it, it's not their money they spending. That's a different conversation. That's a different conversation. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
But not only that is that a lot of times when that one female gets talked to by the other friends, a lot of the other friends are salty.
Yeah. They're hyping her up.
Yeah.
And then everybody's trying to outdo each other. So the next time my man has to take us, well, such and such, Rivah's man took us to Ruth Chris, so now we need to go to such and such, and he bought some bottles, and we did all of this like that. So I know you're not gonna let her outdo me,
right?
Yeah. Now he feels pressure.
That is one thing that women will do, and I've noticed that they'll stay in a relationship just to make sure that other one doesn't win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But that's what I
said. We've been together 4 years. We've been together 5. How long have you been together?
But she'd be miserable as hell. But she don't want the other one to win.
This is another thing that a lot of men don't know, is that some women will be competing with their homegirl. But no. Mike, for example, you'll be competing with Mr. C, right? Because your wife don't heard what Elsie go through with her life. And what your wife don't know is that Elsie was the one who was paying for the stuff. But she was acting like it was Mr. C. That's what a lot of men get tricked. A lot of women too. Because they'd be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he did this whole thing for Valentine's Day." Girl, he ain't do that. What man like you know?
That's just like you buying flowers and sending it to work.
Rose petals on the bed.
There's some women I actually know who actually they buy their own flowers and they send it to their job.
I worked in a hair salon. Nobody has seen the foolishness more than me. Valentine's Day is about 10 o'clock in the morning. You see one girl get her roses. Okay. Oh, so sweet. You see one girl go to the back. She got a little attitude. She come back around 2 o'clock. She got an edible arrangement coming in. Okay, girl. And 4 o'clock, this person got a balloon and a cake and Come on.
Wasn't it like one of Kevin Samuel's last like videos of like him saying like for Valentine's Day and he made it like a whole thing about that?
I don't remember. I honestly I only got to see one of his like recent ones, but I haven't seen anything else after that.
Let's be for real. Valentine's Day is meant for women.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
I think Valentine's Day is dumb.
It is. It's more validation.
Well, we've also had this conversation before, Rivah. Who's the biggest consumer?
Women.
Women.
Yeah. I think it should be every day though. I mean, I know people gonna say, "Oh, Rivah, oh, you pick me," whatever. It should be though. It shouldn't be just because it's a certain day that And when I say every day, I mean both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Both ways, because a lot of women, they think Valentine's Day is literally their second birthday. Like they think it's also their birthday. They don't got no kids, so they can't celebrate Mother's Day. So you better get me something on Valentine's Day. But it's about lovers. It's not just about a lover. It's not about one person. It's about the two of you. I think every day in a relationship that's healthy, it does feel like Valentine's Day when y'all could just go sit on the couch and watch some TV and have peace. And like, oh, what could you eat? You know what I could eat? I could eat this. What could you eat tonight? Oh, I could eat this. All right, let's go get it. That's peace. That's happiness. That's joy. Buying a hotel out and flowers and roses and all this kind of stuff, that's superficial.
That's for sure.
That's for sure.
That's for Facebook posts.
Yeah, for likes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's dumb. And you see all these girls with these rapper boyfriends posting the most extravagant stuff. And again, their boyfriend is a rapper making millions of dollars, and you stressing out your man that work at the bank. Like, how was he supposed to take you to Ibiza? Like, how was y'all supposed to go to Bali this weekend? He gotta work.
The thing that's crazy is that you see like all these Facebook posts of these women going like, oh, vacation this, vacation that. You guys still live in the hood. Like you still like, I don't understand that. Like you sitting there spending all this money that could have been going towards your future, but you instead are wasting it trying to floss. Like it makes no sense. And it's like like how do you explain that? Like,
I want to address this comment really quick from Michael. It says you should get your woman flowers or gifts because it's Tuesday, and I agree. I mean, I agree. I do agree, but at the same time, I feel like the other way around as well. One thing that really resonated with me is that somebody said that the only time that men get flowers is at their funeral, and it's true, and it's really sad. And I feel like, people, it's not a feminine thing for a woman to buy flowers for her man. It's really not. But like, it's just the act of it. Maybe he doesn't necessarily want flowers, but just the act of getting your man a gift just because he's your man, just because you love him, just because you were in the store and you saw something and you thought he would like it, you just buy it for him. You don't got to wrap it up. You ain't got to do all the extra. You could just be like, oh babe, I saw this and I thought of you. Here you go. It's just kindness. It's just thinking of each other. It's just thinking of each other, because women have, like this comment, women have Valentine's Day, birthday, Mother's Day, sweetest day, Christmas. They have it all. And men, I literally went to Home Depot. I literally went to Home Depot like maybe 3 days ago. Listen to this. We are in July, the end of July. I went to Home Depot, and on the rack where they had the gift cards, I saw a stack of Father's Day stuff. That means it's still there. That means that people did not buy it.
Nope.
And that is the only reason why it's still there. That's the only reason. When you go to a store on Mother's Day, it is filled to capacity. Okay, these kind of flowers, $5 flowers, $20 flowers, $30 flowers. When you go on Father's Day, it's like 3 balloons. You better get there early, because if not, you're gone. Nope, we don't got no more. And it's a little aisle. It's different.
Yep. But look at the
Men should be
comparison though.
appreciated way more than they are. They really, really should. And this is not just me saying that because I'm talking to men. This is me saying that because it's true. Like, we all want to feel, everybody wants to feel love. Not just because it's men, it means that they don't have emotions. They don't show them the way that women do, but they have them. They definitely have them.
But we're
We should
wired,
acknowledge
like,
that.
men are wired, like, and just to feel use. You know, we want to feel that we have purpose. You know, like, so, like, how can you say that we don't want, like that in itself is validation, you know, the need for validation. So, like, how, I don't understand how women don't understand that, you know, like, you know, we're not so different. We're different, but we're not so different. You know, the only thing is just that they can sit there and get to, like, wallow in all of this, and we have to, like, man up. You know, we have to, you know, stay, like, stern, and we have to do that, because if we, you know, get too much in our emotions, then we cannot, you know, make the choices needed to build for a better future. You know,
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna kind of wrap up this conversation, just because, like I said, Thursday I'm gonna have the longest live stream
Mhm.
in River TV history. I really think I'm gonna be on for, I'm gunning for 10 hours. I really am. I'm trying to set up
really,
the exact time frame. I don't know when it's gonna be. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I am gunning
what's the
to spend the
subject?
day with you guys, because I want every, I'll announce more of it, but I have an idea. Like, I kind of want everybody to be able to share their part of, like, the conversations that are had in regards to relationship that they think that people might be overlooking. So I kind of want to, like, open up the show, even though it's my birthday. I want to share my birthday with you guys and, like, open up the show where, like, maybe Elsie's like, okay, well, you know what? I think that this is an aspect that I would like to think about or talk about. Okay, Resident, you coming, Kashawn, and, like, we all get to kind of, like, have the conversation. And I just feel like it might need a lot of time. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna put an exact time limit on it, but I want to allow that space for a lot of my viewers to actually be a part of the conversation, and kind of, like, you know, where you talk and then we kind of give our perspective on what you have to say. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be really fun. I think that would be really, really funny. It can go anywhere. Okay, I know that conversation can go a lot of places. Might have to reel it back and be like, okay, not you, but let's skip over you. Let's go on to somebody else. But I think it would be fun. So I want to save that time. I want to make that time special. So I didn't want to make this run too long. But what I do want to say is that a lot of women, just to kind of wrap up the entire conversation, a lot of women have just never seen healthy relationships. And they wouldn't know a healthy relationship if it was right in front of their face.
Mhm.
And it could be because of their childhood. It could be because what their mama said, what their daddy said, who this, who that. It could be a lot of different reasons as to why. But I'm really trying to uh push the mark and press towards, like, deeper conversations, just so women can understand what they have not been understanding this entire time. So then they can look and be like, oh, that's what y'all was saying? Oh, then yeah, I should do that. Oh, men aren't the enemy. Oh, we need them. Oh, because everybody said we didn't. You know, it's getting to that space. Again, I may not see a lot of people on my live streams that make these comments, but I see them in my DMs. Okay, I definitely do. I see a lot of women who are like, I never thought of things this way. And since you said this, I look at it this way. So I love that. And of course, we're talking to women. I think her name was T in the comment section. I think her name was T. And I love how she was saying that, you know, she listens to this content not because she's trying to get a husband, but because she's trying to stay on point for her husband. She want to make sure that she's in the right pocket at all times. You know, that's so special. That's so special. But again, these conversations are so necessary to move the needle forward. There's a whole large portion of women saying, you don't need a man, city girl summer, do your thing. You know, we're better than them. We can live without them. And so this is just a whole entire conversation saying, you know what? Yeah, you need to be a little bit more soft. Calm the hell down. Relax. Chill. Let him lead. You know, you can actually trust men contrary to what your mama said and what your grandma said. Okay, it is possible to have a loving and healthy relationship. So I love these conversations. I really do. That's why I can sit here and run it down. Okay, my rice is done. My rice is done. The chicken done. I gotta fry some plantain so I can eat some food. But I really enjoyed this conversation. And you know, one thing that I want to say is that whenever I do live streams, I don't watch the amount of people that come in and go and like, or I mean, I really need you guys to like the stream though. Like it helps. It helps me if you like the stream, but I don't watch the amount of people because I'm so dedicated to the things that I'm talking about that I just know that the right people who are meant to hear the conversation will hear it because it's going to resonate with them. So I find it special. I don't care if it's 20 people in here. I don't care if it's 100 people. I'm not competing with nobody. I'm here doing my thing, having conversations that are coming from my heart that are meaningful. So it means a lot to me that you guys take whatever time you're here, whether you're here for 20 minutes of the conversation, 30 minutes, 45, that you spend this time and dedicate your time to the conversation. It means a lot to me because I know you guys could be anywhere else, but you're right here with Rivah. And I love that. I love that. I really do. So again, Thursday, I'm going to be doing a very long live stream. I am spending my birthday with you guys. Okay. And I don't know how we're going to run it. I don't know if I'm going to start off a topic. I don't know what we're going to do, but I just know we're going to have a party on Thursday. Okay. So be there or be square. I really, really love you guys. I really, really love you guys. Resident, LC, Kashawn, Mike, you know, y'all my family. Okay. Hustler, y'all, I know everybody. I know all these people. Okay. This not their first time seeing me. This is not my first time seeing them. I love that we can all get together and connect. And I hope you guys have a great night. I'll be back again tomorrow with the live streams. I mean, no.
Reactions.
No, I won't. With the reactions. Thursday, I will be here with the live stream. I will be. But again, take care of yourself. Enjoy your evening. And we're gonna catch up again tomorrow on the reactions. Thursday on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys.
Love you too. Good night.
Love you. Take care.
You can step into my world, see the way I see it, no matter near or far. It is a sight worth seeing. Step into my world, see the way I see it. Rivah TV.